evening, Plum here playing World of Tanks. Welcome to a new video and a new tank as well in my garage. I have purchased the Rudy. It's on offer again right now. Purchased it today, and this is my very first game in it, so it just has to be a video, this game, because I can't believe my final scores in this game. It pretty much blew my mind. Whenever I normally get into a new tank, like the Panzer E100, it just takes a little while just to, you know, just feel how it wants to play. But maybe with medium tanks, that's never such a big deal because they're medium tanks and they all play pretty similar. This feels a lot like playing a Cromwell B, actually. Doesn't have quite the same mobility or the same rate of fire. It's probably a bit more bouncy because it's got slightly curvier bits of hull armour around the front, perhaps, but didn't take a bounce then, obviously. Basically, I'm saying that it shouldn't be quite so difficult to get to terms with pretty quickly, but this game just blew my mind when I saw the results at the end. I was like, crikey, that is my first game in this tank? Holy cow. So we get my first kill, and everything's looking fine and dandy with the team. Take another hit from, I think, the VK-3002 over in the distance. So I'm trying to use these rocks to my advantage, keep changing position, don't keep going back to the same spot over and over again. I can see that guy's on 25 hit points. I had armor piercing loaded. I think I now switch over to HE, I think. No, still got the armor piercing loaded. Now I'm loading the HE. Played this match about 5 hours ago, so it's still pretty fresh in my mind. Now I've got the HE loaded. The poor old OI experimental died, unfortunately. Realised my Covenanter's in a tiny spot of bother, so I decided to go over here and lend my assistance. Luckily he's getting support as well from teammates, and I just timed that just right to pull in. I thought I killed him. Next shot should do it. I do kill him. And there we go, we're 2 kills down now. It's 3 each on both teams. And these guys seem to keep coming around this corner and ignoring myself and the Covenanter in the middle. Suddenly I've got 3 kills. I'm thinking, I like this Rudy tank. It's rather nice. Rudy, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Because it sounds like it's a name, I'm going to call it Rudy. So I'm watching my flanks, I'm watching the minimap, I'm thinking, well, we're doing okay over here. There's still plenty of tanks to shoot at. I'm going to use the wreck of this T1 Heavy as a bit of a shield and hopefully get shots on something. So we've got the 88 pushing up on us. Decided to try and get some tracking shots in if I can. He just moved. I was trying to go for his drive wheel at the back and hopefully make him stationary, but the team's doing a good job. We have now taken out more tanks than they have of us, so we seem to have been momentum. So I decide, right, it looks like this flank is now clear except for this Churchill 7. Time to do what mediums do and put your foot down and drive around targets. He does decide, I think he's going to try and follow me. Luckily this thing in reverse isn't a Hellcat in reverse. It can actually move pretty stately, but good enough. And we finally get a little bit of help. I think I would have got the kill shot regardless. I got 189 hit points, 3 kills to my name. So the flag is under pressure. We've got our KV and our T67 over there. I think our KV2 has a pretty decent game actually. He manages to hang on to his hit points right until the end of the game. I'm driving around, feeling the mobility of the tank, come across the grill. Don't wait for it to be fully aimed because he seems to be occupying most of the reticule. And once that one's loaded, I fire it and we take him out. So now I'm probably looking at the remaining tanks in the enemy team, realising, counting them up, thinking, oh, they've all got to be over there. Probably. So I'm going to be a bit brave and go across the open field rather than going all the way around the edge of the map because I want to get some more damage done. It feels like the momentum is just with this tank at the moment, and being top tier, which is pretty important in this game. I don't think I'd have been able to pull off this result if I wasn't top tier. I'm thinking, yeah, I've just got to keep going on the front foot here. Don't hang around. Be cautious, but not too cautious. Throw a bit of care to the wind. So I'm motoring along. Now while I'm driving across the map here, because nothing much happens at this point, I have been getting some terrific replays from you guys. You know you've sent me some great replays in the last few weeks, and I've got them in my inbox, and some of them need to have videos made on them. They look fantastic games of tanks. So when I do get a bit more spare time, I will dig into the archive from the last few weeks, because frankly I can't remember replays that I was sent several months ago, and they're probably just as good. But things just keep moving forwards in World of Tanks, and I'll get around to these replays very soon for you. So I'm thinking, surely our KV2 can't survive much longer. He's basically got 3 enemy tanks bearing down on him, and he's all there on his own with just 178 hit points, is it? So I get my shots at the Covenanter. First one donks it into the ground. Pull back a little bit, trying to keep hold down if I can. No need to take any shots right now. We've only 189 hit points. Get one more in. I'm thinking that's a kill shot, and it is. That's 5 kills. So am I going to get set up for a top gun? In my, got to remind you, my first game in this tank after just buying it. I bought it. It does come with Brothers in Arms because you're buying it as part of the Berlin trio. It's a bit of an additional perk buying these tanks. I think I paid £17 for it, which seems pretty good with the crew skills and etc. that you're getting on this machine. I decide to put one in this guy if I can, driving around him. The other guy gets taken out. Now this is where I goof it. I miss my shot for whatever reason, I don't know. If I hit him then, whether or not, yeah, I'd have got the kill shot then, wouldn't I? I would have killed him. I'm a total noob. Anyway, we get 5 kills and we win the match. And that was my first game in this tank. I was so pleased, and when I see the results screen, like you're going to see in a minute, you'll see why I'm making a video on it. It's hard, it's never happened to me before, this kind of result. Let's take a look. So I was pretty pleased when this greeted me. Ace tanker in my first game in a T-34-85 Rudy. And high caliber. I'm just standing there thinking, why didn't I do a live commentary on that one? Normally, first game in a brand new tank, it never goes that well, does it? You're kind of like, what's the mobility like? What's the? You can read the numbers, but reading the numbers and driving a tank are completely different things. So I thought, no, I'm not going to start a recording. I'll just play a game in it and see how it is. I think I've done a couple of replay. Have I done a replay on a Rudy before? Maybe I haven't. I think one of you played it with me in one of the tank time videos or 10 questions videos. I think it was Pippin. I think it was your favourite tank at the time. And it was really impressive because I died early on. I just watched him play it. So, tiny bit of experience with the Rudy. But now I've got one. God, holy cow. Now you're probably going to want to say, how do we know that was your very first game? You could just be saying it's your very first game in that tank. Well, I'll go into my garage and I'll show you once I've finished looking at the results screen, because it's made a remarkable difference to my service record, which I'll show you in a second. So we did pick up Ace Tanker. Engaged a hell of a lot of tanks. Team scores. I felt like a bit of a carry in there actually, because it was only the KV2 defending that cap, being a bit of a boss in the end, that managed to haul himself up 908. I got 1304. Can't believe it. And with the modifiers that were on, I got 8,411. Amazing score. I think I was running a personal reserve as well, so that really helped boost things up. And top on damage by 1,600. I just absolutely, I was gobsmacked at the end of that game. I was just so pleased at that result in that tank in my first ever game. How many times have I said that during the video now? I think it's about 5 times. I'll stop saying it. And 24 shots fired. I did a fair bit of third person right clicking on that one. I know on the previous video one of you commented you don't like it very much when players auto lock and fire, but in that game there it seemed tanks were in my face. I didn't need to aim at weak spots because I was top tier, so it was more constructive and proactive to use third person, right click it, shoot, knowing I'd probably pen. So there you go. I have my reasons sometimes. And even a tiny bit of spotting damage. And in the end, quite a quick match, nearly 6 minutes. And what a result, 8,411, holy cow. And a nice take home too. Right, let's roll over into my garage and I'll show you what that has had an effect on my service record. So you only saw this in the last video I did, and you might remember that the SU-12244 was top on 887 average XP. So there it is, one battle. I proved it. 100% victories with an average XP per battle of 1,956. And my ace tanker. I'm just like totally blown away by that. It's just what a result. I just had to share it with you because I was just absolutely stoked. Just that kind of stuff doesn't happen very often, you know, really unusual, interesting little statistical anomalies. That felt like a statistical anomaly, that game. I just can't believe my luck that I got top tier and I went to the right place to start with. I almost went to the flag when the clock was counting down. I thought, I'm a medium tank, I don't really want to go to heavy corner, but I am top tier, and the quick appraisal of the enemy team, I thought, I'll chance it, I'll go left. I didn't have XVM, I haven't been using that for a couple of months now, so I had the mobility to change sides. Lucky I did go that way because I would have had a totally different game, no doubt, if I did go towards the cap. Anyway, there we go. Something else, my last video, Really enjoyed putting that one up because it had been a while, but it seems some of you enjoyed seeing another video from Plum. One of you in the comments, Keith, I recommend you go and read the whole comment because he's written some nice stuff in there, and I'll just read you a little bit out because it kind of made me, when you're a YouTuber and you're trying to search for your kind of identity almost on what makes your channel, I'm always kind of thinking about my channel, and I'm driving around the countryside looking for whatever. I'm just driving around and thinking, my channel, what can I do about it, how can I make it better, blah blah blah, trying to kind of focus in on what it's about. And some of the things he said seem to really click with me. It's like, well, he gets it. He gets what my channel is. So I'll read you out some of the things that he said. And he said at the start, the thing I like about your videos is you play the game for the, I don't quite know how to put this. I was going to say ordinary. However, on reflection, you play the game for the enjoyment of the game type of player, not someone who, say, does it for a living, laudable as that may be. Best of luck to him, wish I could do it. You play and present World of Tanks as a game to play and enjoy, and not as an alternative reality, as some seem to regard it, as determined by some of the in-game chat. Then he goes into a little rant. You should read the little rant, it's quite good. I won't read it out here, I want you to go and look at that video again. I'm winking. Then he says, you, my friend, do what most reasonable adults would do, and when it goes wrong, and this includes most video games, are self-critical, and when it goes exactly as planned, are bloody well pleased with yourself, and bless your good luck that you didn't blunder into something that one-shotted you. Welcome back. Those are just a couple of snippets out of his comment. I recommend you go and look at it yourself, because his little rant in the middle is quite amusing. That's from Keith. His little avatar is Animal from the Muppets. Yeah, what he said at the start about me just playing the game for the game's sake and just enjoying it for the sake of enjoying it, and not worrying about subscribers or comments or any of that stuff. Just I like making videos and I'm playing the game, and that's basically the essence. And I like talking to you guys in the comments. I nearly replied to every comment that's put in a video, which you just would do anyway, but it really is a massive part of the channel, just conversing with you guys. And now I've joined a clan and so forth, I'm talking to a lot more of you more often. It's just, it's just nice, it's great, it's just good, and there's nothing wrong with that. Hopefully things will improve with the subscriber count on the channel, because it would be nice to earn a little bit of money from this. It's a lot of time and effort goes into it, so to be rewarded for that would be very nice. And it would be nice just to have kind of a kitty going on with funds in it to do little competitions and things. You're probably thinking, where's that 1,000 subscribers competition you were going to run? The one that you said would be, you've got to play the entire match looking down the barrel of the gun. It's still kind of floating around in my head, that idea. I'm not sure. I almost don't feel it's a legitimate thing at the moment saying I've got 1,000 subscribers, because I do not get 1,000 views per video. I get on average about 180, it seems. So really, I've only got 180 subscribers, I think. That's the more reasonable way to look at it. I would like to do a competition that is utterly unique. I'm just mulling it over. Doing a replay competition is all well and good, and I wouldn't get that many entries because there's only 180 of you, and probably only 10% of you would probably bother sending in a replay, perhaps, depending on the prize. I think the prize would be good though. I know what I'm going to do for that, but I shan't say anything. Anyway, God, this is going on a bit, isn't it? Right, I'm going to end it there. Hope you enjoyed the video of my new tank, the Rudy, and I'm pleased I could show it into here. I could easily have been lying, couldn't I? Keep your heads down, drink plenty of water, and I will post a video, hopefully again, reasonably soon. It's only been a couple of days since the last one, so woohoo, go Team Plum. And keep those replays coming in. They're all there. I've got some real absolute corkers I want to watch and show you and live commentate for you. I've just got to get around to doing it. I promise I will. There's plenty of time coming up. I get quieter in the autumn. I do a lot more of my videos in the autumn and winter, so that's all coming up, so that's good news. Anyway, glad to pal, and see you all soon. Take care. Bye bye.